The sun cast a gentle light on the grove as Buddha sat beneath the Bodhi tree. Birds chirped melodiously, filling the air with serenity. I approached Buddha, carrying a heart burdened with jealousy and doubt. My mind could not escape comparisons with others more accomplished. The success of others felt like thorns piercing my heart, leaving no peace within me. Buddha looked up, his gaze calm yet piercing, as if seeing through my turmoil. "Why do you trouble yourself with envy?" he asked, his voice soothing as a flowing stream. I hesitated, embarrassed by the weight of my emotions, but finally spoke. "Master, I feel inadequate when I see others excelling, receiving accolades I long for. Why am I not enough?" Buddha gestured for me to sit before him, his face gentle and understanding. "Envy," he began, "is a fire that consumes the one who nurtures it, not those it targets." He paused, allowing his words to settle in the still air around us. "Do you wish to burn in this fire? Or will you allow me to show you a way out?" Eager for relief, I nodded, my heart yearning for freedom from the chains of jealousy. Buddha picked up a small stone and held it before me. "Observe this stone," he said, "cold, lifeless, and heavy. It will sink if cast into water. Now imagine it as your envy, weighing down your spirit." He closed his eyes for a moment, then opened them with a radiant calm. "Now consider the lotus flower," he continued, pointing towards the pond nearby. "It blooms in mud, untouched by its filth, rising above to bask in sunlight." I watched as the pond reflected the bright blossoms, each unique yet harmonious. "You," Buddha said, "must become like the lotus, rising above comparison and delighting in your own growth." His words were simple, yet each carried profound weight. Envy poisons your mind, preventing you from seeing your own beauty and potential. I felt a spark of hope ignite within me, a faint glimpse of possibility. "But how, Master?" I asked, desperation creeping into my voice. "How do I stop comparing myself to others? It feels impossible." Buddha smiled, serene and patient. "Through mindfulness and self-awareness," he replied. "Train your mind to focus on your own journey, not others." The monk departed, carrying the lesson forward with resolve, vowing to nurture effort that harmonized purpose and understanding. Thus, under the banyan tree, Buddha illuminated the path for his disciples, unraveling the mystery of effort that truly matters. Had he tended his field with care, it too would have flourished. The story resonated deeply with me, a reflection of my inner struggle. "Your mind," Buddha said, "is like a field. Nurture it with kindness, and let go of envy like pulling weeds." I nodded, feeling his wisdom begin to penetrate the fortress of my insecurities. Buddha continued, his tone unwavering yet filled with compassion. "Meditate daily," he instructed. "Each breath you take is a chance to let go, to be present in your own life." I resolved to follow his guidance, though doubt lingered in the shadows of my mind. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Buddha spoke again. "Freedom from envy," he said, "is not achieved overnight. It is a path, walked step by step with patience." I rose to leave, feeling lighter though the journey ahead loomed daunting. The grove fell into silence as I walked away, yet Buddha's words echoed in my heart. Each step felt like a release, a small victory over the chains that had bound me. That night, I sat by the pond, watching the lotus flowers sway gently in the moonlight. He isolated himself from friends and family, Buddha said, afraid they might envy him and seek to take it away. Though he possessed the jewel, Buddha continued, he lost his peace, his happiness, and his connection to the world. Each moment of meditation became a small act of defiance against the jealousy that had once consumed me. I found joy in small victories, realizing the value of my own journey. One day, I returned to the Bodhi tree, my heart lighter and my spirit calmer. Buddha looked at me, his gaze filled with knowing. Master, I said, bowing deeply, your teachings have begun to free me from envy. I see clearer now. Buddha nodded, a faint smile gracing his lips. You have taken the first steps, he said. Continue walking, and you will find peace. The wind rustled the leaves above us, carrying the scent of blossoms and the promise of renewal. Listen to the river within your soul. Quiet your mind, observe with awareness, and let purpose guide each step forward. As I left the grove, I glanced back at the Bodhi tree, its roots deep and its branches reaching for the sky. It stood as a symbol of the balance Buddha had taught me to seek. Grounded yet striving for the light, I resolved to nurture my own growth, free from envy, and to share the wisdom I had received. The thorn of envy had begun to dissolve, replaced by the blossoming of understanding. My journey had just begun. Yet the first steps filled me with hope and a newfound sense of purpose. Another day, another moment. Buddha walked through the forest, his disciples following in quiet reverence. The air was cool and still. I approached Buddha, troubled by irritation that had festered within my heart for weeks. My neighbor's success had stirred a bitterness within me, an unspoken resentment I could not silence. Buddha noticed my discomfort and stopped, turning towards me with serene compassion. Why does the happiness of others trouble your peace? He asked, embarrassed by my feelings. I hesitated, but finally spoke. Master, their joy feels like a reminder of my own struggles, my own failures. How can I rejoice? Buddha gestured to a nearby grove and invited me to sit beneath the shade of a tree. He spoke gently. Happiness shared, he began, is happiness multiplied. Their joy does not diminish you, nor your own potential. I listened intently, my heart heavy with doubt, yearning for the wisdom he offered. He picked up a small candle from his bag, lighting it with the flame of another. Observe this flame, Buddha said. The act of lighting one candle does not diminish the first, both glow equally bright. His words resonated deeply, though my mind struggled to embrace their simplicity. Imagine if, instead of resentment, you practiced mudita, sympathetic joy, he continued. Rejoicing in their happiness adds warmth to your own soul. Buddha's voice was calm, yet his words pierced through the fog clouding my thoughts. Joy cannot be confined. When shared, it uplifts everyone. But how, Master? I asked, desperation coloring my voice. How do I let go of irritation? Embrace the happiness of others? Buddha smiled, his patience unwavering. Through mindfulness, he said, through recognizing that their success and your journey are not in conflict. He spoke of a traveler who carried envy like heavy stones, each step burdened by the weight of bitterness. The traveler failed to realize, Buddha explained, that his own path held beauty, if only he looked for it. I reflected on my own journey, the potential I had overlooked in my preoccupation with others. Celebrate their victories as if they were your own, Buddha continued. What elevates others also elevates the world you share. His words planted a seed of understanding within me, though doubt lingered in the corners of my mind. He asked me to meditate, focusing on the joy I saw in others. Days turned into weeks as I practiced mudita, a gentle yet transformative shift in my perspective. Each time I felt irritation rise, I paused, reminding myself of Buddha's wisdom. My neighbor's success began to feel less like a reproach and more like an invitation to rejoice. One day, as the sun bathed the forest in golden light, I returned to Buddha, my heart lighter than before. Master, I said, bowing deeply, I have tried to embrace mudita. My heart feels freer, my soul less burdened. Buddha nodded, his gaze warm and knowing. You have begun the journey, he said. Continue practicing, and peace will bloom. He led me to the edge of a meadow, where wildflowers grew in vibrant harmony. Observe these flowers, Buddha said, each unique, each contributing to the beauty of the meadow. None compete. The meadow seemed to echo his teachings, a living testament to the peace found in unity and joy. As I left the forest, Buddha's words lingered in my heart, guiding my steps like a steady flame. I resolved to continue nurturing mudita, sharing in the happiness of others and finding serenity in interconnectedness. The path was still long, but each step felt lighter, more purposeful. Months later, I found myself smiling as my neighbor celebrated a new milestone, their joy unburdened by my resentment. Buddha's wisdom had illuminated a path to peace, one I never thought possible. My heart was opening, like the wildflowers in the meadow, reaching towards the light. The seed Buddha had planted within me began to flourish, transforming my soul into fertile ground for kindness and joy. Each breath, each thought, became an act of defiance against the bitterness that once consumed me. I found beauty in the success of others, realizing that their light did not dim my own. Buddha's teachings carried me through moments of doubt, reminding me of the interconnectedness that binds all beings together. Each step of the journey felt like a small victory, a testament to the power of mindfulness and compassion. I continued to walk the path he had shown me, grateful for the wisdom that had freed my heart. The forest remained a place of solace, a quiet reminder of Buddha's lessons and the transformation they brought. I returned often, seeking his guidance and finding strength in his presence. Together, we walked the path of mindfulness, each step a reflection of the joy and peace he had taught me to embrace. In the years that followed, mudita became not just a practice but a way of life, a beacon guiding my soul. The bitterness that once consumed me dissolved, replaced by a profound sense of purpose and connection. Buddha's teachings continued to inspire, shaping not just my journey but the world I shared with others. As I stood before the Bodhi tree, I felt the weight of the past lift, replaced by the lightness of understanding. The thorn of irritation had transformed into the blossoming of joy, a journey I would carry forever. Buddha's wisdom had set me free, illuminating a path of kindness and unity. The meadow, the flame, the Bodhi tree, they remained symbols of the peace I had found, a testament to the teachings that transformed my heart. Mudita had become a way of being, a practice that connected me to the world in ways I never thought possible. The journey continued, but with each step, I carried Buddha's wisdom within me. Another day, another path. Buddha sat calmly near a serene river. His disciples gathered around, eager for his wisdom. The air vibrated with tranquility, but my heart carried a question burdened by life's highs and lows. I approached Buddha, seeking answers to remain steadfast amidst triumphs and failures. Peace elusive like a distant shore, Buddha turned to me, his gaze unwavering yet filled with boundless compassion. Strive not, Sujata, he said, but simply allow peace to arise naturally. As the flower blooms without force, the disciples bowed deeply before the Buddha, their gestures filled with reverence and gratitude for his timeless wisdom. How do I find balance within these waves? Buddha gestured towards the river, its surface rippling gently, a dance of crests and troughs. Observe the river, he began. The day unfolded with tranquility, the teachings of the Buddha resonating through the hearts of those who gathered beneath the Bodhi tree. The sun painted the sky with hues of serenity, a reflection of the harmony that filled the disciples' souls. He picked up a stone and tossed it into the water, creating ripples that quickly faded away. See how the river absorbs the disturbance yet continues its journey unhindered? Buddha asked, his tone calm and patient. Cultivate equanimity like the river. Welcome joy and sorrow alike without losing your course. But Master, I asked, my voice tinged with doubt, how do I anchor my mind when life overwhelms me? Buddha smiled gently. Through mindfulness, he said, anchor your awareness not to fleeting outcomes but to the present moment's enduring calm. He narrated the tale of a wise merchant whose fortunes rose and fell like the tide. The merchant learned, Buddha explained, to accept success and loss as passing clouds, finding peace in life's impermanence. His words struck a chord deep within me, a spark of understanding igniting the darkness of uncertainty. Every moment, Buddha continued, is an opportunity to practice equanimity, a balance unshaken by extremes. Walk this path with patience. The river murmured beside us, a living metaphor for his teachings, its rhythm steady amidst the shifting currents. I resolved to meditate, focusing on the present, letting go of attachment to triumphs and fears of failure. Days turned into weeks as I practiced, each breath an act of defiance against life's chaotic pulse. Gradually, I found moments of peace, glimpses of the equanimity Buddha had described. One morning, as the sun rose over the horizon, I returned to Buddha, my heart lighter, my mind calmer. Master, I said, bowing deeply, I have sought equanimity, and my spirit feels steadier amidst life's ups and downs. Buddha nodded, his gaze radiant with approval. Master, many chase wealth and power seeking happiness, yet they remain unsatisfied. Why do they fail to find fulfillment? Buddha looked toward the horizon, where the sun painted the sky with hues of gold and crimson. He led me to a clearing where an ancient tree stood tall, its roots deep, its branches reaching for the heavens. This tree thrives, Buddha said, because it embraces both sunlight and rain, each nourishing its growth. Be like this tree. The forest seemed to echo his wisdom, its harmony a testament to the peace found in acceptance and balance. As I walked away, Buddha's words lingered in my heart, guiding my steps like the steady current of the river. Each step felt lighter, more purposeful, infused with the strength of equanimity. Master, if happiness is the path, how can one know they are walking in the right direction? Buddha turned his gaze toward Upali, his expression serene. There is no wrong direction. Upali, the river remained my guide, a reminder of the balance Buddha had shown me. One day, standing by the river, I watched the ripples dance upon its surface, each fading into serenity. He spoke again, his voice steady. The essence of life is not found in arrival but in presence. The tree, the river, the clearing, they remained symbols of the equanimity I had found, a testament to the teachings that guided me. The journey continued, but with each step, I carried Buddha's wisdom within me, a beacon of balance amidst life's highs and lows. Years later, the lessons of equanimity shaped not just my spirit but the world I shared with others. The peace Buddha had shown me blossomed within, a reflection of the harmony found in accepting life's impermanence. His teachings became not just a practice but a way of being. Anchoring my soul to the present, the forest and the river remained places of solace, quiet reminders of the transformation they brought to my life. I returned often, seeking strength in their presence and finding the balance Buddha had taught me to embrace. Together, we walked the path of equanimity, each step a reflection of the peace and wisdom he had offered. The thorn of instability transformed into the blossoming of serenity, a journey I would carry forever. Buddha's teachings had set me free, illuminating a path of balance amidst the crests and troughs of life. Happiness requires the same patience to flourish. Upali spoke again, his tone hesitant. The journey continued, each step a reminder of Buddha's wisdom and the peace it brought to my soul. The river flowed onward, its rhythm steady, its presence eternal, a reflection of the equanimity I had embraced. The disciples sat under the shade of the tree, reflecting on Buddha's teachings, their hearts filled with quiet reverence. Buddha continued, his words resonating deeply. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.